Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to 2 Point Museum, where we've earned a new star here, and we are eagerly on our way to Shag Summit to celebrate, I guess. I don't know if all the staff has earned it, but you know what? While we're here, let's finish building this bathroom. Hold on a second. Bathroom, add items. We are like, I don't want to say rolling in cash right now, but we have a lot of money. We can finish building the bathroom for sure. And sinks for everybody. Can you imagine the luxury? To each man, a pamplemousse. Oh, okay. I really don't want to hire another space expert because I don't know that we're going back to space much at all. But holy hell, these things are always filthy.
Listen to some music while
I think our space expert, who I dropped over here to clean things up, probably went on break right after I dropped them. No, it says they're working on restoration. They're just like doing a really slow job. It's not you, right? Because you're somebody else. You're the prehistory expert. Oh yeah, okay. He's working on it. Unfortunately, our collection got inspected entirely while it was filthy, so that sucks. So we are continuing to accumulate money for our frozen finds. People are on the way back from the first trip to Obscure City, and let's see what that looks like.
Attention, the expedition team.
We had a stop off at the best question and some character development. I don't know what this did exactly. It just made you green. It made you happy. It's a high morale event, I guess. +5 to all fantasy stats. Okay. Yeah, there are situations where that would be a really useful thing. I don't know if we're in any of those situations, but there certainly are such situations. So, out of curiosity here, if we wanted to make a dragon claw potion or something, okay, they're all just made of money. None of them require any particular ingredients. Oh, also they do give stats. I had not remembered that. So 5 strength and dex and removes tail. So tail will be the other one, right? Yeah, tail requires luck, and then it gives you a little bit of stat help toward the 2 that you didn't remove. Okay. We might be able to remove the dragon's breath work. I'm gonna get somebody on brewing up a dragon's breath potion real quick. Claw. Oh wait, claw and tail and. Is there not a dragon's breath potion? I thought there were 3. Okay. Well, that's less good then. 60 is a lot of strength, is the thing. So Mordred has 34 total strength. That's with the strength hammer equipped. Now, obviously, when he hits level 10, we'll be able to train him in the thing that gives plus strength, which is, I think, survival skills. And having somebody with double survival skills on the team is probably a reasonable idea anyway, right? So he'll gain 3 more levels. That'll be 3 more points of strength. Plus another survival skills will be 3 more points of strength. Which means he'll be at 40. Then we'll just need 5 points of strength from everybody else combined. Plus... No, we won't, because we have to use one of the... shoot. Well, if we can just hit the thresholds for the other points, then we don't necessarily need to potion one of the other moves off. We could just use a strength potion to make up the difference, right? Yeah, few space exhibits in good condition. Our space expert being kind of flighty probably costs us $10,000 there. It's fine. It's not a big deal. But it is not ideal, certainly. Yeah, you need Fish Whispering 3 to even attempt this node. And then 30 intelligence to avoid an MIA. I mean, that's not so bad. Once you have the 3 Fish Whispering, that's really not so bad. And it's certainly not the only node at which a marine life expert would be useful. It might be time to hire one. The money's going a little smoother. It might be time to hire one. But yeah, we got to figure this out. And figuring this out is going to mean getting all of our fantasy experts up to level 10. All right, it's a big task. Enchanting items. This is just going to be more stuff for the what do you call it? This is more stuff for the museum, and certainly not a bad thing. It's not a huge amount of XP to be earned here. I'm debating between like trying to do missions like this and just settling for hurling everybody into Ghost College one by one. It's not my most favorite idea. I don't think this is going to lead anywhere else. God, I can't... There's these huge swaths of territory that are just not open, and it's so weird. To get a marine life expert to level 8 for that. All right, you know what? Actually, I don't need to unpause. We don't have anybody working on anything. Go ahead and find me a marine life expert. Let's put the call out. We're in full fish whispering mode. In the interim, we should absolutely be getting XP on somebody. And I'm worried that if I use the class-specific ones for this, we'll end up getting the other extra copies of the other things as rewards. And I really don't want that to happen. And then there are nodes here where we're getting like natural spirits and stuff. Maybe it's also time to pull up supernatural expert and start building like a ghost wing of the museum. That would be pretty fun, right? It'd be a cool change. This requires everybody, and it's not that hard on our stuff. I do wish that in addition to the location details of time and cost, it just showed you like what's the XP payout of this area, because it makes it kind of hard. Without that, it kind of is hard to plan what will make sense to do, right? We could send the other 3 people to Halve Half, although I guess you really want to bring the barbarian to Halve Half. Because we've never completed the Halve Half tapestry. And who knows, that might be cool. That might be a good thing to have. Halve to halve. Or we could just send the other 3 over to here. Sadly, we are a little dex short. But it wouldn't, at this point, it wouldn't have to be a dex potion. And if we were to make, say, a 5 points of everything potion, that would actually unlock the treasure chest, as well as locking Mimic Munch. Well, this is what we got for right now. Go ahead and do it, kids. Find me something cool.
By definition,
Somebody's going to come back injured, and that's pretty not ideal. Alright, show me a cool applicant, preferably somebody who already knows fish whispering would be lovely.
Please excuse the exhibit.
Alright,
Requires restoration.
so Marina Pudding is greedy, while Grayling Snakehead is delightful and is named Grayling Snakehead. Welcome aboard, friend. Please learn about how to talk to fish. It's very tricky because of the way that your sound waves don't go very far underwater. I assume. We do have enough money on us that, like, I know I'm going to be spending pretty quickly if I'm sending people to Ghost College over and over again. Hey, don't be tagging my shit. Is that in camera range? Camera, trying to select the camera. Yes. You, buddy. Hopefully you just got seen. Is somebody on this? Criminal pursuit. Well, you know what, Miles Dross? You're getting a trip on the A train today. Fuck this guy up.
Reminded that not everything has to be a party.
And the janitor's cleaning stuff up before it's even resolved. There's one thing I'll say, our janitors are on point.
Vandals caught vandalizing. We stopped them.
Okay.
Obviously.
Yeah, plus we definitely just need more experts because I'm installing more and more tour locations. Alright, so that'll get you up to 8, which is something. Is it good enough? No, absolutely not. But it is something. Alright, a little bit of an injury here. But we brought home some draconic scales. Worth its weight in mythical creatures. Alright, so let me send this to my inventory real quick.
I wasn't sleeping.
What is the difference between enchanted items and cannon fodder for us here? I'm wondering if I rearrange the order that these items are in, if I can make the tour make a little bit more, it would be a little more cohesive thematically, and thus be worth a little bit more. How big is the thing we just picked up? Oh, not very. I could just tuck it in here and it'll be fine. I mean, I could separate it. The tour is over 4 stars. It's not a bad tour. We'd be only taking a tour of about half of the exhibits that we're currently doing. And so while we might get a higher star rating for the coherency, the total buzz value of the tour would be lessened considerably, right? Probably put the draconic scales second to last. Yeah, I mean, it's a 625 buzz tour. It's good. It's good. I think it's actually fine. We're not hitting this. That's probably okay.
Talking on the radio.
All right, folks, keep donating.
And if you
need the money.
right now, why not donate to 2 Point
And I guess
Radio?
with the money, maybe this is a good time to go ahead and
Just call the number that you
go ahead and edit the building. So let me take this and stick it. Let me remove this for a moment. All right, I'm just going to buy out the rest of the structure space, I think. Okay, so we did lose a security camera in that. Let's make sure that we repartition here and put that back because I do want that camera there. I mean, is it necessary? The cameras show their range straight on, but they do turn and look. Maybe that camera, yeah, maybe that camera wasn't strictly necessary. I'm going to put it over here instead. Okay, anyway. Also partition here. Okay. So, I think I want to keep that like that. Right, and then the idea is that we send people around and just like give a rough idea of the flow here. It's something like this maybe, and we pick this room up, move it down here, maybe expand it a little bit, and then have it be obviously like right in front of the door. So I probably want to then just nope, sorry, that's fine. Partition, run this partition up to here, and then this is like this. Move this thing out to there. Minus mode, get rid of that. Get rid of this. It's actually probably better to be out like that. Okay, that's the idea of the flow that I'm thinking, something like that. This room I think is going to end up getting redesigned a little bit more then. Probably. I need the kind of doorways you get access to when you are editing the whole building. And we'll put this facing downward right now since this wall of the building is not available for people to exit through. And then I guess I don't have to change this too much. We can... It's a little too tall. But I could fix that. You know, we could lay it like this and have the entrance on the one wall, the east wall, and the exit on the north or the west wall. But if instead I did like put this here. And then we just change the shape of the room. I probably can't have it. Or it won't let me do that while that door's there. Oh, this door doesn't have to exist. We don't need two doors. You want to be on the outside wall. Okay, and then we add items to room, including a door that goes to the actual outside. I'm not sure why we lost a partition over here, but we'll deal with that. Okay. And then, like, I don't know why I rotated it this way, but whatever. This goes by the exit. And you know what this gives us room for is more onesie sales. Because I love selling onesies and seeing the children running around the museum in all the different onesies. Now, the biggest problem with that is that the gift shop's at the end. But I feel like you see kids running around in the onesies regardless of where the gift shop is, right? We see that. We also could put up a special onesie specific store. Cooper Pong. Where did you get that excellent outfit, my friend? Did we sell that to you? Maybe? Probably not. He probably brought that from home. You know, listen, sometimes guests have cool shit in their closets, probably. Now, here's the thing about adding items to the room. I don't actually know if we make more sales in total when we have more things available to sell. What I do know is that I like seeing all the different things. It makes me happy on my insides. It's like Skittles, but for my brain. So there that is, for whatever that's worth. Space books and space onesies. And then what if we also, why does it keep jumping like that? What if we also, you know, we got some fantasy, we got some of that, we got some botany stuff. And you know, there are also books about plants. I'm a big believer in selling books in the museum gift shop. This is when you get the kids excited about a topic, and then you sell them a thing while they're excited, and then they will actually hopefully maintain the level of interest that's necessary to actually read about the thing later. But you got to get the book in their hand while their excitement level is high. Which is not some kids are, you have to trick kids into reading type shit. It's some kids are interest-based creatures. As someone with severe to extremely severe ADHD, I'm coming from a position of understanding and not judging. I want that to be clear. Y'all gotta sell the plushies. The fantasy plushies are fucking phenomenal. Everybody loves them. We can also... The space plushies are like okay. Oh, botany plushie. Botany plushie is a huge winner. These are they're fucking buttons or something. I don't, what on earth? What are we selling? They're just round. They're just the only thing they have going for them is roundness. I mean, if people want to buy them, I'm not okay. It's fine. You won't hear me complaining that things are too round to be in the museum. I'm just saying it seems odd. You want some posters? Posters of outer space are very good and cool. Poster stands take up extra room. Way more than the other stuff does. So you could set this over here. Yeah, look at that. Okay. Many things for purchasing. In case you are of a mind that you would like to purchase a thing. Probably these things could be over here, given that these are the same theme. And we can put the weird buttons in the middle of the... This right here. This is the kind of shit that you would buy and then take home to your apartment in THX 1138 and just put in the object remover. Be like, all right, well, I've had all the fun I'm going to have with that. I mean, all the fantasy stuff's up here, so like this goes up there, and then this can go down, kind of like this. All right. We don't have to be maximalist with it. How decorated is this place looking? 3. 3? I can fix 3. We can do better than 3. There is a little bit of wall space left for a onesie stand. There's gonna be fish. There's gonna be ghosts. But you know what? Let me move this over all the way, because that will leave room for the critically important garbage cans. Do not forget to include garbage cans in and around your gift shop. People want to throw things away, especially packaging. Okay. So that's the big idea. One thing that I am definitely thinking is that I might want to... Well, we definitely need to put some employee doors throughout, right? Somewhere down here... I'm also thinking that at some point we might need to have a second ticket booth, and I'm not sure how we'll handle that need. We can rearrange the frozen stuff eventually. Yeah, I'm not sure how we're going to handle all that. But for right now, that's in fundamentals. Let's get some staff doors going so that we can maneuver quickly here. I really do want to probably put an exit on this north wall, like out to the helipad, maybe. Something like that. And then down here, there should be a way. Yeah, that should give everybody reasonably quick access to things. We could throw one over here too. It's not really necessary, probably. Okay. Anyway, what was I doing? I was
Can't remember it.
slowly unlocking
Wait
Shag Summit,
for too long.
letting my
Too long.
fantasy folk heal up before
Should remain
potentially sending them off on another expedition.
about alien life norms.
And one thing that's a little bit annoying that I have done to our poor single prehistory expert is that I have spread the prehistory exhibits kind of all over the place. That's not ideal. I should not have done that to them. The actual answer to that problem
I have a good feeling about this.
is that I should be backing everybody up, right? While we're waiting on this, actually, go ahead and make one of these party potions. Let's try to have potions in reserve. Okay, this will be done in just a second. Okay, golden molars. Well. Hey, you, that's a staff-only entrance. Miles, I have great news for you. You have a job to do immediately. Be using the staff doors. I didn't realize they could do that. That may change my mind on how accessible things need to be in the museum. Do we see any other holes?
Thieves were caught before they could escape with an exhibit.
I didn't see it, but the camera system did. Great work, cameras. Okay. There's a third one. Watching that and this so I can pull this guy back as soon as the wait, where are no, okay, here. Got obscured by the flags a little bit.
Required to restore exhibit. You're the expert.
Come on, deliver him. Wait, don't the molars? Okay, yeah, this molar is still right here. Okay, so you have been marked back as on a break. You're gonna have to get this guy. Sorry about the fact that you were about to go to the toilet. And you were also on a break. I hope you weren't also using the toilet. What an annoying group of thieves. Okay. We're no longer being actively targeted, it looks like. And as a reward, Shag Summit is open for all. So it's a $35,000 expedition. Requires a prehistory expert with a full support crew. And 2 levels of piloting and, oh, the injuries. Oh, there's going to be injuries. But it turns out we're as ready for it right now, right this second, as we're ever likely to be. So, okay, you're not currently walking a golden molar out of the place. You're just available, and you love globetrotting, and then you have all the piloting skills necessary to keep us from dying. A detailed, survey-scanned exhibit. Let's go.
Announcement. Exhaustive expeditions may be exhausting.
All right, hopefully that's the last of the molars for now.
Announcement. An exhibit needs restoring. Typical.
So we could even put in a second like, cafeteria stop or something like that. But you know, I hopefully this is
Thieves
a
have been
reasonable
prevented from escaping.
path that will have guests like pretty happy the whole time. Oh, we just made payroll apparently. So gonna put down another map display or two. Okay. I think I'm just gonna have to cop to the fact that we need more security guards. Sluggish is a pretty bad trait for a security guard. So maybe the new applicant will be a little bit more of a fit. Okay, improves movement speed. Love to see that.
Struggling to find donation stands are asked to look harder. Or we could add more.
I'm working on the problem. I'm solving it. We are unfortunately going to have to get some more survey scanners up as well. Whew, okay. Then a quick burst of cash as all the donation stands actually get cleaned up after the golden molar attack. Wait, this thing says we gotta go where? I mean, for the moment we can short circuit this, right? It doesn't have to work like this. We can put up a temporary partition wall here. Remove this one. And actually, I guess the temporary partition wall should just run all the way to the bottom. We have this area that nobody needs to be able to be in.
Madness is doing the same thing again and again and expecting different results. But did you really expect different results?
All right.
Stay safe. Stay sane. Stay the course. Vote WinSock.
Okay, I was trying to figure out what that could possibly be an ad for. But yeah, as a political party, yeah, I could, yeah. Sadly, yes, I believe that does make sense. Okay, so I was going to do something involving this marine expert. We're going to start picking up some fish somewhere, right? All right, let's take the marine life expert out. Transfissured. Okay. Grayling, under the watchful eyes of somebody with 10 intelligence. I wonder who. And actually, enough agility and enough luck to fire off all these other things as well. I assume this is a location that we have... Yeah, that we have never been to before. So I guess, like, technically the thing to do here is to survey scan.
Stop feeling paranoid. Unless you're a thief, you can keep going.
Okay, monthly profit's real good. We're making money quickly. And another chance to showcase an exhibit for the county, of course, is extremely welcome. We'll put this like over here somewhere. These things aren't... Boy, I've really packed this opening area. About just like right at the entrance. Everybody can see this first. The county can know that we are taking their requests seriously. Okay. There was something else I was about to do, and I've already forgotten what it was. Well, it probably,
Exhibit that
hopefully,
requires
wasn't that important then.
I'm pretending it's not there.
Yeah, I really need to hire on a second space expert at the very least. Although, actually, never mind. The things that are getting dirty here are the Hester's thing. And unfortunately, I've just sent Hester out on an expedition to Shag Mountain, so that's why everything's gotten terribly dirty. Listen, you can shag or you can clean. You cannot do both. And if you try to do both, you will just end up making a different kind of mess. And I think a lot of people here can probably attest to that with some level of personal experience. Also, you're liable to, pull or break something. So for the moment, all we can do is wait.
You seem to need reminding.
An exhibit collector for frozen finds is in an unfortunate position. I am extremely unlikely to sell anything from that collection. Let me put a dex potion in here because we did spend the one we had. Like I said, I think I'd like to have one of each potion in reserve for just in case, and we can prep more if we find a situation where we really need more. Okay, it went pretty well. There was a snow delay, but we found a nice camping spot. Everybody is okay, and we discovered an ice crystal. Guest special gives bonus buzz to Yeti and Yeti Elder guests. Water, but colder and much, much cooler. I guess
Museum security are watching
I'm gonna
your safety.
level with you. That doesn't seem that cool to me. Maybe I don't want to be like a big stick in the mud. And obviously, if the Yetis say it's rad, then it's rad. They know frozen stuff better than I do. But it doesn't feel all that rad. Magnificent! Most Yetis have only ever seen drawings of these crystals. The Yeti elders will want to see this at once. Okay. You're the boss. I don't... Alright. Well, that's delightful. Alright, we got a big fish on our first try. They protect themselves and other fish from being eaten. That's interesting. Capable of darting through the water with scalpel-like precision, the bane of the realm's fishermen is a noble creature known for slicing nets and lines to protect other fish. Alright, put that in my inventory for the moment. So, running a tour containing the ice crystal with a decent rating. I think that should be fairly simple. Right, if I just tack this on here, yeah. Length is still fine. Cohesion is only great. Oh, because the dinosaur's not technically frozen find. Also, what is your buzz problem? Oh, you want to be near other dinosaur bones. Well then, you know what we could do? I can place this over here. Put the ice crystal down here. Take this off of the tour. And then add the ice crystal. And obviously it would be better if it was a better ice crystal, but still we're over 4 stars. Yeah, and this is just thematically, it's more appropriate over here. These things are not at maximum decoration. Huh. These two are not near enough to each other to count. Okay, it looks like this is near enough. And then we can give them some decoration back here. Okay, so that's a thing to figure out. Reach museum level 31, which, we have some distance on. Like I said, I knew we were going to need to just continue getting bigger. We can install like our first fish tanks over here, maybe. Doesn't need to be much of a fish tank. Let's go aquarium. So minimum 4x3. And I am going to go ahead and probably minimum this for the moment. No, I don't want to cancel the room. Sorry. I want to place it Let's get swordfish, which we need some flake food. It hates aquarium ruins too, so let's make sure not to install any of those. All right, food dispenser right next to the filter so that it takes in the maximum amount of that kind of garbage. And then throw in some rocks. Everybody loves a big bubbly treasure chest, right? That's a classic for a reason. Some like coral that looks like tubes. People are big fans of tubes because you don't see a lot of tubes in like natural above ground life, obviously. Some filtering anemones. There we go. What am I talking about? It's a great question. I've never really known. Show me? Oh, no, you're right. You're right. Yeah, I guess I'll just open this up and for the moment replace it like this. Hey, check this out. We got a fish.
It's at times like
And it's
these
serviceable
when
through
you've
the
been
staff
awake for
doors.
2 days and talking for most of it, that you ask yourself, what's it all for? And you know what? At times like these, it's easy to
Although
forget.
we'll also do that.
And maybe I have.
I gotta tell you, I am feeling some serious kinship with Ricky Hawthorne right now.
Guests cannot purchase exhibits, but collectors can.
Okay, so we got to get Museum Level 31, provide a Yeti Elder guest with their dream visit, which has something to do with seeing the
Expand
ice.
Restore exhibit. Thank you.
We gotta find a Yeti Elder so that I can see what their dream exhibit looks like. Will they be very visibly different from a normal Yeti? Because like we've had lots of Yetis. I don't know. They don't seem to be. I don't see anybody who's like Yeti, but more so. This is problematic. There's a trash can right there. I'm blaming these turkeys. I'm also installing another trash can. Thematically appropriate trash can. Oh, normal Yeti. Here we have a Yeti child, of course. Yeti children still mostly interested in interactive displays. Because Yetis also just want to have fun.
There's no one in the camera room. This is your chance.
Please don't announce that to them. We've been having problems lately. Alright, well, it'll happen when it happens, but I would like to see it a little bit. Okay, so while we're waiting on that, we could go... I mean, we don't really need to go get another fish. I mean, if we're honest, a big part of what I need to do here is just send the marine expert to Ghost College a couple of times. This will be good for you. It's happened to everybody. Do you think it says anything about our process that all of our staff is like
Announcement. Our
deeply and intimately familiar with ghosts? Something to think about for the future, I guess. So yeah, we have another ghost node that we can't use just yet. We've already checked out all of these. And indeed, getting stuff out of here did not, in fact, did not result in any more nodes opening up. I'm so curious what all this extra space is for. It's possible that it doesn't open. Like maybe they're leaving space for DLCs or whatever.
expert.
But I want access to all of it, so I choose to believe that there's access to all of it. Check it out, kids.
Vandal
It's like a
calls me
fish.
out. What a bad guest.
It's like a big weird fish. Normal Yeti. I'm looking for like an especially grizzled Yeti, maybe like twice as much fur, a huge visible beard, perhaps. I don't know, they all kind of look the same. I heard it, I'm not proud of it, but it is true. $20,000 for a frozen beehive is actually pretty compelling, but I'm gonna say no. It just seems like a huge pain in the ass to, you know, rearrange my exhibit. You know, it's possible that we haven't had a Yeti Elder visit yet. Maybe we need to advertise to them specifically. We could pull our current advertising campaign. All right, can you market specifically to Yeti Elders? You can. All right, let's see if we can pull them in. Give them one campaign and we'll see what happens. And in the interim, so I was going to look at, yeah, this node. What does it look like if we jam all our people together right now? We might take a wildfire curse. I mean, that's not so bad. Yeah, that's not so bad. I would definitely go just plus XP for staff. What I'm really curious about is when we come back from this expedition, how much XP it's going to give them each. As a way of measuring against, like, sending everybody to Ghost College one by one and everything. So the Yeti Elders are visibly different. We will be able to tell when we see one. All right, so that's going to push you through levels 1 and probably 2. 350.
The expedition team are back from the Netherworld. They're alive.
And once we have 25k again, I'm just sending them right back out. You have a lot to learn about fish, friend, and you're going to learn it from all these ghosts. And that makes sense to me.
Attention. The expedition team are leaving now. Please say goodbye.
I probably could have let him finish restocking the food dispenser. It's probably fine. We'll sell the old food dispenser and buy one that's full of food if we have to. Alright, our health inspection's probably not going to go all that well because we do have some visible litter. An opportunistic salesman appears to offer you an upgrade. I laugh at his offer and he breaks my face. I think I've done that before. I've probably done that before. Whatever, it's fine. You can't really be a member of the staff of this museum if you haven't gotten your face really just busted wide open on the job a couple of times as well. For some reason, that's a critical part of it. It's a core element of what we do here. You wouldn't think so. All right, have we got any Yeti Elders? They're probably pretty rare. These guys do not like the stinky perfume near the entrance, but I'm still, you know, making that money. I mean, I still don't see a single one. It's hard to give them their dream visit if they're not going to visit. Yeah. All right. It's not the only problem we're having. It's certainly not like bottlenecking us. But it does need to get resolved.
Welcome in to the final leg of the 2-point radio.
All right, so that pushes you up to level 5. Congratulations.
Radio thing. This isn't the start of the end. It's the end of the end. And as our show closes its drawbridge and siphons that much needed.
Unfortunately, Greeling also needs to spend some time in the bandage box.
I don't know.
But you'll get them both done. It'll be fine.
Thank you, and good night.
Exhibit requires restoration. It really is a shambles.
All right, what does everybody's XP take look like from this? Honestly, it's not bad. It's definitely not as much as doing, it's not as much for any one of them as doing the Ghost College node, but this altogether is pretty efficient relative to the cost of doing Ghost College like 4 times. And we got a 3-handed greatsword, which is a thing that we have absolutely no interest in or need for.
The expedition team have returned with a curse. Someone has caught wildfire.
Yeah, and we're going to make sure we get that dealt with right away. That's a pretty ugly one.
The expedition is leaving now. Final call for wherever it is you're going.
Okay, extra 30k, certainly welcome. All right, we're restocking. I told you these plushies were gonna move. People love to buy a dragon. It's hard to imagine anything more fun. So, view 10 exhibits with 3 knowledge. I do believe you should be able to do that in this museum. Right, there's a 4. There's a 3. I think this one only has 2 points. But like we have all the space exhibits are pretty high up. Yeah, I don't think that should be a problem.
Expedition team returning from Netherworld.
It's just a matter to see whether or not that they actually do it. It was 10, they said? Now I wanna like count and make sure. 10. Okay, so 1, 2. Stuff's all new. 3. These are both new. Getting a little nervous. See, the loot, we don't actually have the loot there, so I don't know if that counts. I don't know if they will go over to that. That only goes up to 2. Uh-oh. Am I maybe wrong? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, provided that these count. And then I guess it also depends on whether interactive exhibits count. But as it is, actually, I don't know that this is going to work. I think we might need to spend some time knowledging up some of our other exhibits.
For the insufficient number of information stands, I'll update when we have more information.
That's a little bit of a disappointment, to be perfectly honest with you. Alright, so we're going to have to drive up our... Alright, Grayling is injured. Oh, not that. I meant go to a different biome. Alright, it's a powerful set of traits. So a fire-easing wagon would be something we don't have yet, and because we can't get any information about it on Mouseover, we don't know if it is a thing that we will be able to acquire a bunch of knowledge on. That's a little annoying, for sure.
hospital.
And then we could send some experts out to some spots to get some more knowledge. You maxed out at
Expert required to restore
2.
exhibit.
You're
the
maxed
expert.
out at 2. We can find some more of the second cave painting. It does feel like we want to kind of front load this stuff, though. I'd love to go get some more ice crystals, because this is the lowest quality of ice crystal, and it is bringing my tour down. And with 2 more of those, we could make the ice crystal the 10th exhibit. Okay. Bandage boxes are well maintained. Toilets are well maintained. They didn't care about the litter all over the floor. I mean, I don't know how much more blessed we could be. So yeah, let me actually make a trip back up here. You're on a break currently. You're available. And you we need. And we bring the survey scanner, and it gets us most of the way toward capping out here.
Testicle guests are reminded to set their expectations to ordinary.
She did not. It sounded to me, I know this can't be right. I know it. But it sounded to me a lot like she said testicle guests have to set their expectations. And I just want to be clear on behalf of this museum, we love and accept guests who have testicles. That's not a breaking point for us. We will absolutely let you into the museum. You can enjoy it to the fullest extent.
Announcement. An exhibit needs restoring.
Maybe be a little bit careful on the close encounter thing, because it's going to kind of slam you down on your front side a bunch, so...
Vandals. Caught vandalizing.
Yeah, Grayling,
Stopped them. Obviously.
what I'm going to put you through, you deserve a pay raise. All right, show me something good. Well, I didn't get nearly as much experience this time. All right, we got a piece of this wagon. It looks like kind of a large base, which is awkward. So we don't really have that much room in the fantasy area. And again, let's just get you decursed right away, please.
Security guard to empty donation stand. There's money in it for you.
Yeah, like how much was... Oh boy. How much space are we talking about? The answer is all of it. Okay, we can make this work. I'll bump this over along with its decorations. I'm not sure that this is doing anything. Because we have a board right here and a board right there. We're going to move this up to here, this down to here. And then I think that is it's just enough of a box to allow us access here. All right. And we'll finish building that out presently. Still have not yet provided a Yeti Elder with their dream visit.
Are there any more of those crackers? The dry ones? Yeah, the dry ones.
Can I continue to mess with your stats?
No, I don't think so.
Better than what you were already talking about.
I I can't imagine wanting to eat anything
Has low prices.
after calling it
It's the gift
a gubbin.
of gifting.
It doesn't feel like... It feels like a word that you use to refer to something that you found under the seat of your car.
Exhibit.
You know? And you haven't, like, been under there in a while. Like, maybe months. Maybe a lot longer than that. Then it's just like, oh, you know, all the grit and gubbins that were under the thing. They came out all stuck to my hand. It was terrible. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. There's another British... slang is not the right word. British vernacular and I do not always mix. It's been established on a number of occasions. So it's probably just that. Do we have any Yeti elders who are like deep into their visit? Because I know we saw some in the initial room. But I'm not seeing any in the later rooms, and I'm worried that they're not making it. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, I guess maybe sometimes Yeti just have horns. That's pretty cool. Ah, boggy men. Can't it ever just be chill out time? Why has it always got to be difficult? Fucking boggy men. Alright, everybody's ready to go back to the pasture. And at this point, we can just bring an expedition journal. I think I might just leave it as a safe expedition. We're not really looking for stats. I thought the fiery easing wagon was a single piece, but apparently with it being multiple pieces, there's not really a reason for us to commit to all that. We've already got, you know, chopper piloting skills, so.
Security are operating in this area. It's a bit tense, isn't it?
Okay, stuff's getting cleaned. Things are getting handled.
Expert needed to
Yeah,
restore
we need a little bit of redundancy. It'd be great if everybody's position had a secondary.
announcement.
Oh, right.
Are in a rush. Get out of their way.
There should absolutely be a knowledge screen and a place to donate over here. What am I doing? All right, here come our teams.
The expedition team are back in reality.
I don't know what we want to do at level 10 with Damselina. Oh, hey, we finally got a pristine version of this thing. That took forever. Send it to my inventory.
Announcement. Stolen exhibit has been retrieved.
We've been waiting on that for some time. Is it? It's just a little smaller than the coin, I guess. Wait. I was just trying to add it to the tour. Oh, how I wish I could just grab the thing and drag it upward. The clickable area for the down arrow is so much larger than it is for the up arrow. It seems like the right thing to do is always just to click down on the box above the thing you're trying to interact with instead of clicking up on the thing you're trying to interact with.
Attention. Staff threatening to leave. Please check if you care.
All right, and we've got some hurty legs and hopefully a higher quality version of the ice crystal. Nice. send that back to my inventory. We are going to replace that, obviously, on the tour immediately. And this is just going in the Knowledgeifier. Hey, why don't you learn something about ice crystals for a change? Yeah, definitely easier. It really hasn't changed the overall value of the tour by that much. That is a shame. I wonder if we'd get anything if we put that through the geode machine, you know? It's not a geode, it's just a big crystal. But it does make me wonder. Alright, well, now that we've done that, I'm gonna go ahead and call that good for today. Thank you all so much for watching. We did, in fact, provide a Yeti Elder guest with their dream visit just before things came to a halt there. Some of you may have noticed the check mark. So, first of all, that means that the interactive exhibitions do count, which is great news for us. And secondly, it means that reaching museum level 31 is the only thing that is left on our docket, and it looks like that alone may be enough to get the next star. So we're really moving quickly here. When you come back next time, I do believe that 4th star is in reach, and we'll see you then.